find out, we'll see. Don't shy away from it whatsoever. Instead, KangKang's going to be going straight up through a ramp. Now, he's alone when this is happening, and the fight is kicking off into mid.
They have not watched the tape.
Yeah.
Simon was not ready for that. He's just out in mid with the spike.
Donated, yet still the right click in the hand to KangKang, and he picks up the upgrade, but he's going to be cleaned up. This is what Team Liquid are good at. Comes down to that discipline. They've honed it, they've refined it. Still, openings could be found. It's a 2v3, and it's going to be a difficult one at that.
I mean, how on earth do you recover this spike? Chichu and Smoggy are going to have to take fights. At the same time, there's a bait and switch setup here as well. Kiko has been playing some incredible Valorant so far in EMEA kickoff, and if he fails, Camo's played in.
The micro plays that Team Liquid love to cook up on the fly are so good.
Last player standing.
It's what's really set them on that path, and it really begins here in Bangkok with a pistol round win.
They are not going to allow the same plan to hit.
Be another one though. Oh my god, barely getting a handle onto the horns. There's a pull to supplement, and this guy is being chased now. Chomping at a bit to try and get a piece of him, and meanwhile, KangKang's cracking open the opposite side of the site. Chicho does isolate a fight with Chicho going down, but still KangKang will not be stopped. It's relentless here in the opposing section of the map. He gets that plant down, cracks open the site for them.
If Camo had just played that a little slower instead of trying to go in through the smoke, Team Liquid would not have been in a bad spot. But now, player disadvantage, weaponry disadvantage, tough to convert a position like this. They're just looking to do damage to EDG. Having said that, Kiko just got the ult online.
Yeah, and that's also a critical kill of that. It's going to be catching mid lurk, and already you can see it, the ult, the threat of it, already pushing out and pulling out some of that util. KangKang tucked up top rafters, nobody swinging for this guy, and it's all dealt with. Two surviving.
And they're going for that fight over towards mid, same as their pistol round setup.
Where's that trade? I mean, Team Liquid, the discipline has been honed and refined over the course of their running kickoff. Not the same team for the opening games.
Paditek's going walkabouts over here as well. Chishu's super disciplined, holding a really, really passive spot. I think Chishu could even
hold really far back. I mean, the battle line's being drawn. Team Liquid, they steal it away.
Fight over towards mid, same as their pistol. EDG economy, keep it honest. And they're going for that fight over towards mid, same as their pistol round setup.
Where's that trade? I mean, Team Liquid, the discipline has been honed and refined over the course of their running kickoff. Not the same team for the opening games.
Paditek's going walkabouts over here as well. Chishu's super disciplined, holding a really, really passive spot. I think Chishu could even walk forwards a little here because you know that early round they were fighting mid.
This is the Team Liquid classic, isn't it? Eco round, pack mentality, try and group up and take these fights together with them. Still, it's that equivalent exchange when it comes to it, and Nats is just taking off heads.
This was the forced rifle that Nats went for, down to only 100 credits, had to make something happen with it, and now they've got themselves into an advantage spot.
Exactly.
2 rifles versus 2 rifles, and Patty's there just holding down A.
It trips up even the best of teams.
The timings that Team Liquid take and how proactive they are on the defense, you can see that EDG are set up to try to handle it.
And a call made by Team Liquid as well to give up map control, so making sure that they hold really far back. I mean, the battle line's being drawn all the way.
I'm not sure about this one, because if you allow Chishu to get into position where they can plant and pit, that is going to be tough.
Oh, Nats. Will he spot the head? Silhouette's waiting. It's a fight taken out through spawn, and the crosshair placement is immaculate. Looking for a fight. Wait a second, they spotted it. Just the shoulder. Oh my.
He goes back into the same...
There's no way. Steps forwards. Wants to take the fight straight to them. What a challenge from Kamik! And it's 2 taken away. EDG, but a bite from the round, removed just as easily as that. The spike dropped down at their feet. EDG left reeling.
Another situation where Chishu could possibly get a pit down and maybe win things. He's going to pit at the same time as Smoggy plants. If there was anybody close, maybe that would be dangerous, but EDG have gotten away with it. Now can they win?
TP disengage, backs himself away. The pit does allow Team Liquid options. At least get themselves into a site and position for the retake. Still difficult in itself to deal with. Prowler committed. Horns alongside it. Sees. Dumping the util. Now it comes down to stray. Spam kill is going to be found as well with the highlights occurring. Chichu! Paddy's got a hell of a task. Got to be careful in this spot. Almost the 6th sense, I think, for the danger zone there, because he's already pushed his way back. EDG looking for a bit of a play.
Kiko has ult.
To be heaven, and here's that ult comes into effect. As you were saying, Fuse is going to be burning down just to cinders, and he's forced to just pre-aim it off into the corner. EDG an opening. Paddy falls. Still that's a nade. It rebounds. Brings down nobody. Straight to his knees. Mad dash now in a scramble up towards the A site. Potentially, they're calling for a bit of a pause here. 45 seconds left.
They can go for a pause, and Kankan might even realize that B Heaven is open.
Camo! He's right there, ready and waiting, and a dimensional drift as well to escape if he chooses to use it. He's going to be able to get that information. 35 seconds.
They're going B,
Where
but
are you
Kamek's
going?
there! Kamek's there!
Straight into mid. He might be able to find this one. It's an easy target, potentially yet. That's a spike on down into mid. Meanwhile, Chichu up through the guns, trying to find it up through heaven. This is chaos, this is anarchy. But EDG, they thrive in it. They were molded in it.
They know that Kamek's here.
And Kamek has got a lot to do as the playmaker. No way, man! Down to the 1v1 somehow. It's EDG up to 6. They bring it even. Exploration though going on by EDG. They push all the way out through B main and out. Without util being used, got a bit of a feel for the round here. Now it's going to be landing over towards A. Util going to be expended just to try and keep Team Liquid out of it, but an open site. Given up and granted. EDG going to be happy with heaven control. Let's see how good their retake is.
Team Liquid don't have any util to go for post-plant aggression here, but they have to. Nats might even get caught in sewers.
Yeah, they're going for the deep fight out towards screens with Simon falling. It's a critical kill at that. Nats as well. He's getting away with murder. Still alive, but surely should be falling. And yes, nobody hunts him down. It's precision at its core.
The fight in heaven.
The big wraparound, yeah, and this is where it's really important. Damage being done to multitudes of players. Still surviving into the tail end of things here, but it's a 2v2. Camo is low, but not bad for them. That is a worldie of a shot. Camo with a wraparound, but now he's given up his position. Chichu half already. He's earned himself the outs, and shots are rattled, fired off. Camo TPing away. Chichu, he's sticking this one. It's down to the minor margins. Holds his nerve.
That's not Durka.
The trigger finger, yet still slams the shot. And you're right, it's not Durka. No fakes occurring just yet, but we'll have to respect it with a dimensional drift. And hands of Camo. Clears his way. The site is paved to that plant. Kiko going to be earning himself to that now. He's one step closer to the showstopper. If he gets himself a kill, retake is going to be incredibly difficult. Camo going walkabouts up towards stairs. You just don't expect it, but these awkward timings is where Team Liquid thrive. EDG going to try and pick up the pieces now and forge something better out of the round into the middle of it, but there's smokes in their face up towards heaven, and Camo still causing all sorts of difficulty. He hears it, the rumble, the footsteps! My God, man! He's ripping them to pieces, and Kang, knives in hands. You have to do more than slice and dice. You need a bloody miracle, but maybe he's the man for the job. Could potentially do it. Time ticking, though, getting away from him, and Camo knows it. Play to the win cons, doesn't even give him the fair fight, and doesn't even let him save the operator. Team Liquid going for their ramp take. Standard stuff, as they've been watching the boards into the corner. That's going to be a clone. And still Satchel plays straight into the fray. Kang, and Camo. You can't quite dismiss this guy. Not so easily.
That's an... Oh, here comes the retake.
Wait
so
a second.
fast.
Yeah, that's a flash. Go trying to flood attempt in here as they're trying to plant up for heaven. That's a pit. Lay it down. It makes it a bit more awkward. And Chichu, instinctual plays. Highlights will not help you there, Nats. The pit falls. It is planted for heaven. But Kamek in a 1v3. To tap, trying to root Kamek out. Smoke covering most of the fire, tapping away, but he needs a rifle spray to just go his way, and it's not going to happen. What kind of targets is he working with here? TP into the back of the side. My God, this is all over the place. What is going on? What is going on, man? Kanga's not ready for it whatsoever. I mean, Camo was on an island.
Oh, Camo also didn't realize that the operator was pushed up that close until he took the shot. There was a prowler that left everything out there. Nats hunted, taken down. They've been good at removing this A-lurk, but the retake can't come through as quickly as in previous rounds. So now another opportunity for Kiko to go walkabouts in the post plant.
Yeah, okay. The time has been ticking as well. This plant was down. Rapid at that. Kiko with the whole line missing. Still Simon's there with a trade. Crouched up in place. Needs to do a bit more. Heaven though, not watched for. And Paddy, he's perfect onto these angles once more. Camo. Just absolutely occurring at the same time. Kamek is on the other side of the bloody map. Armageddon trying to get a move on. Calling for the pause. Kills to be occurring. I mean, that's just a peek through, and Kang just, he can't hit the shot.
There's no way.
Kamek's from behind.
Oh, the awareness.
Ticking. Yeah, he's got that awareness because these guys are just rats in the walls at this point. Liquid, they're everywhere. Defuse occurring. Smoggy's got a smoke.
that's the
to
diffuser.
obfuscate.
They
And the
missed!
pull
They
miss.
missed!
Smoggy! Oh my!
It missed!
Are you joking? What are we watching?
Team Liquid, what a fumble! They were in complete control of that round. They had layers on layers. And somehow still a Red Bull clutch for EDG. The awareness is remarkable from Kang. And I thought when they killed Simon, maybe they think that's the diffuser.
One enemy remaining.
But the fact that the pull
misses.
Clutch.
I mean, how has that happened? Kamek looked like he was going to close the round.
Stolen the round away, and it puts EDG up to 12.
They've still got a terrible buy, by the way. Bulldog, Spectre, EDG are working with scraps.
Yeah, I mean, money does not come into the equation, I think. The amount of thrifties we're seeing, at least from Team Liquid side of things, but EDG are working with scraps, looking to get it done. They want to try and prevent this one from going to OT.
Cutting through.
Once more, Camo. He's been cheeky with his TP plays. This one, it's going to be spotted potentially. There's no way, Smoggy. There's no way. Flashed up, revealed. TP to evacuate. Camo straight in there on top of it. A bit of spam might just not go amiss here. I mean, nobody's trying to play up close and personal. Cuts it up onto the angle.
Can he get one in this spot?
Smoggy hard committed, but running wide and dropping down. Chichu's lucky to get away with even that. It's an open side for Team Liquid. Cracked it open wide. Chichu and Kang have got to do it all. Dash still available here for Kang. Not even choosing to proc it. This guy walking out, but he's missed it. Oh, no way. He's just missed the corner. Trade there. It's instantaneous. But Chichu's only on 8 health, man. What can you do in this spot? And he doesn't want to know where any of these players are. 12 to 12 OT.
Although now they give it up.
Snakebite layer down, but this
Smoggy's
is all
in.
just avoided. It's an off angle by Smoggy.
He dodged the Prowler. What an immense play.
It's created an opening. It's all about making sure that you can not bleed away too many more players at this point here. The salvos are good, but there's a pocket to play in. Nobody not aware of that fact. Still, Horn a little bit too deep. Smoggy still alive, still kicking. Spam is the name of the game. Shadowtech just trying to draw attention, I think, for the Heaven players to lurk their way up themselves. It's all contact plays here from Liquid. That's the name of the game. It's the philosophy. Got them this far. Might just drag them to another section of OT. See though, 4 versus 4, and it's all calm until it's not. Players not watched for, down and towards hell, but up on towards heaven, and the trade's in sight. Kills exchanged. Spike's dropped down into the middle of nowhere.
They lost the spike on top of rafters.
Up onto heaven, and Kang there's a prime opportunity.
Kiko's too good for it. Shuts it down before it began.
Finding a multitude of kills, and there might be more where that came from, but the counter spam goes both ways, son. Nats sends it flying straight back. Head spotted. Simon giving a slight haircut straight through the box there, but with Nats as low as he is. 2 versus 3. Limited in terms of chances, but you never know. Flash forwards, Kiko still lurking, contacting another flash as well. The peek forwards almost with a reset of the aim. Chichu is their guiding light in that round. See it.
The spike, though, is on the A lurkers, and Nats hasn't even committed his wall yet. This is super weird.
Paddy holding, lucky to be alive. There's damage done through the wall, but Chichu dropped down into mid.
Nobody!
Nobody!
Was that spam?
That
What was
is
that?
spam or something, I'm not too sure.
Is that because Nats didn't commit his wall?
And that's a spike drop down into the laps of these EDG players. This is it, surely. Hard to fumble from this point, but Team Liquid will look to dig deep. And again, back to old reliable, walking around, casual jaunts around the map, contact plays, creeping and crawling.
Simon's watching.
And Simon says, you might not pass this one, as a horns up into his face, and still Kiko, he just deals with it. Takes that guy out. Kang with the operator will have to just back himself away. They gotta know where these players are, but still Kamek, no way. Kamek, a body. What is going on? It's gonna be broken, rifle spam.
They're hoping. Team Liquid are hoping that EDG walk down mid right now. Off the A ramp pressure.
Went up towards ramp though, Kang. Hold up. Plays in his face and a shorty at that. My God, Camo just turned him into mincemeat down towards the fence and a peek out wide. Chichu, if you got a little bit more, maybe, potentially. Can't quite get the third, but Smoggy by his side. Nats slices and cuts him up, and Simon knows damage done. Weak as anything, Swift Breeze will bring him down, but a bullet does the job nevertheless. This is down to 2. Team Liquid, not to be denied, to drag it out just that bit much further.
So difficult for nobody. He has utterly no idea where these Team Liquid players are. They could be in any part of the map right now, apart from where he's recently cleared. Could he find a possible timing? Maybe if he'd continued through vents, but it's looking unlikely now. Nobody was an absolute star for EDG in the grand finals of China. He took that game and he decided to win it for them. If he could pull out a 1v2 here to take split, at this point it looks like it's going to take an enormous play, a miracle from one of the teams to put the other to bed. And it's Kamek and Nat's job to hold on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know Pearl's an unfavorable map for both teams, but neither of them wants to play it at this point.
They decided not to give the plant to Nats there, who would have had Pit.
I think that goes to show, I think, that getting a bit flustered.
Well, at the same time, you don't want to get timinged by nobody. The chances of nobody winning a 1v2 in this spot, it arguably might even go up if there's a Pit.
Gives him ins and possibilities to get himself into the fight. That's bullets rattled and away. Back behind screens, and nobody does need a miracle at this point. Stun, rattled and away, 1 kill found. Needs that second one, but he's really just going to be guessing. Nats holds it down, out towards elbow, 16-16.
In with EDG at another map point.
I'd love to break some records for our opening game.
I mean, how many have they had at this point? I've lost track.
Ridiculous, man. It's just absurd, and there's already flashes into the face of Kankang. Push back, forced to respect the Chichu sees, that connects into the corner, needs some help, needs some bailout, Camo, instant with the trade. Chichu lucky just to get the one, putting a squeeze now onto him, Kankang's hot on the heels, and he does eat him up. Camo not long for the world, not long for the round, EDG. Is this it? Could this be the impetus? Just spotting, barest of heads, Simon whips it around, and it leaves it all down to Kamek.
That kill there has got to be the death blow. Simon having the awareness to swing round and take down the star of Team Liquid. He doesn't even get the plant, Kamek. He misses another 4 seconds. And the ambush is going to start to close in here. He has got to come up with a miracle.
Anchor Smoke opted in for. Just try and push them back. 1 star left remaining, and he needs to isolate these fights have more, but EDG are not going to give him those openings. There's discipline at its core, paranoia flushing him out wide. He's lucky that he didn't fall in the first time. Kankang finally puts an end to it. Rebounded into his face.
Time to jump.
A push-up from Liquid on the other side of things. Nats and Camo both going walkabouts.
Yeah,
Getting active on the defense side is pretty good with this comp.
Team Liquid, it's not out of the ordinary from how they like to play. Question is, how much is Nats going to extend himself out?
Camo just escorted Nats into position and then teleported back.
Does a good job, I think, just getting rid of the drone. Nats is going to be...
This is a weird pathing, actually.
Yes,
because you've got to expect the wall to be here. It's the most standard position for it. So he's giving it away and now deciding to go all the way around. What's he up to?
Yep, up top, onto the high ground. Paddy, not enough bullets in the chamber to really do the job. Give him the business. Still, Kiko through the back of the site, ghost in hand.
And now they're going to make the pivot. This is a right call from EDG. The wall got triggered over towards A main. You don't have A main control. You don't have a good entry into the site. It's time to call it quits and go back over to B. Yep. Team Liquid have got themselves a nice advantage here, though, even though they're going to be playing retake.
See what EDG opted in for. Let's plant out. It's a weird spot at that.
Spike planted.
A few positions to play from, but what risks are going to be taken? Oh my, jump spot almost punished, not quite, backing away into halls now, and everybody retreating. Ingrained positions here for the EDG players. We're going to see if they can do some damage and rip off a few heads, but it's all Team Liquid so far. Get them a move on. This is a rapid play at that. Plenty of bodies ready to meet them, but Chichu he's got to do a bit more with that, and he's dropped down to just 10 HP. Surely too much for him to overcome, and Nats
not the kind of players that have opted into it. Here's a big A main fight.
Yeah, you're going to see this fight taking place. Guns in hand, Team Liquid. They're going to try and save the day themselves, but Camo just saves his own life in the process. Backs himself out. Barely alive on 17 health. Gives up the A side for EDG here, but it's 3 versus 3.
Team Liquid will be fairly happy with that clash. I mean, they were the ones with a bit worse weaponry.
Going for exploring.
A lot of it came down to Patty there. Had to win that fight, I think, and keep some arc control.
Sees up and over the top here. Simon potentially looking to reposition off of it. He's worried though. Potentially worried about main. I think he might have just hurt that one. Yeah, the TP. So he's got his eyes trained onto the spot. Camo almost winning that one out, but with one left, standing headhunter in hand for Nats himself.
Basically the same idea again here for Liquid. This time Nats gets punished holding that angle.
Saw plenty of thrifties on the other side of things here, but maybe EDG's time to shine. And Camo has got that get out of jail free card. Will opt to use it, but at this point you've already lost 2 of your players. Horns layered down in through lane. Paddy was going to be slowing down a potential approach. EDG did set their sights over towards it, but calling for a pause.
Yeah, and think about this from nobody's perspective. On a prior eco round, he realized nobody was fighting B. There was no resistance there. This time, though, Paditek is pushed up the pillar.
This is so brave.
He could get run down.
Yeah, he absolutely could. He's just spotted the players. Yeah, this is problem. Territory, dimensional drift. Yeah, that's the danger, man. Knife out. You've been playing Europe, you've been bracking it, and Kangkang showing a bit of promise on it. We could take that timing. The rip into the ult, and now Camo. He's hoping to do a bit more damage. Kangkang, though, he is the danger in this one. 3 already in it. Make it 4. It's a cherry on top, and a thrifty. Making it awkward for Team Liquid.
Kamek gets pushed out, but Kangkang needs an escape lever and has to go so far away from the rest of the team. This is going to end in an A split, and Nat still has A main control.
Yiko, about to be tested. He's going to try and push back this assault that's about to be occurring here. Nats with that A main control. And again, he could be a playmaker. He could be the man of the match, but okay.
He shot the clone.
He did indeed, and Kangkang obliged in return. I think he was still alive and kicking out towards the back here. The Salvos might just push him out of position. No, not quite. They're not going to clear him. He can just spam himself through the wall. There's 40 seconds left roughly into the round. Camo lets it loose with the dimensional drift, and the crosshair placement. It's impeccable. It's perfect. And from Team Liquid across the board, more than ready for it.
Nats or Kamek holding over.
I'm a bit confused at EDG's game plan as well, though.
They were just looking for. They were looking for a pick for the last 30 seconds. They haven't found one. They've got to end in an A split or
left.
save. Those are the only options available to them, and I assume they're going to give it a go. They have the money.
20 seconds. Clear out these players towards the backside of pit, though. They're going to be problems. Smoggy with the plan, anything to push it back. It's a Hunter's Fury, but guess what? He's committing it. Smoggy, hey up. Narrowly avoiding it. One burst connects, but not the second or the third, so he's still alive here to play a bit forwards, but the positioning is expected. Predictable. Kiko happy to capitalize, and he takes it one step forward. Camo off onto the flank, dodging, juking. Chichu can't see a bloody thing. Blind as anything, yet still wins that fight out. Dominates the angle. It's important to control A main, and Simon with the slam bloody dunk.
But just starting things off early. Trying to clear these spots, jumping up, clearing the pillar,
timing! Kangkang still steps up. Single-handedly dismisses Nats there.
Good try from Nats, though.
Yeah. We'll respect it. Salva's going to be used to clear the way, mostly. Tight corners. Breaks up any potential Thorn util. Could impede this potential hit, but it's all just a bit of presence. Fake pressure at that, recall, and a refight called at that. Kangkang, he's got a bloody dart in his face.
But he's left nobody.
Quite. He has, with the spike in hand. It's a bit of a bailout. Team Liquid don't even realize how lucky they potentially were. And going walking and exploring out towards the lane. It's Chichu ripping Kamek's head off.
This is going to be so tough for Liquid, even with the ults that they have online here. Cosmic Divide is obviously great for going for a retake, but Paddy's so far away. Might even get caught in mid by Simon on the lurk. I don't know why Simon's been hard lurking with Nightfall.
Angle, Salvo as well. Comes about here, players almost lining up for it, but EDG going for that clean sweep, or attempting for it. Paddy still alive off to the side, and he has that Steel Guardians. The final round, you might as well expend it, and he's getting the move on at that. Lets it loose. Unleashed now, and takes the fight before they can even get ready for the setup. It's a 2v1.
Does he think about Chishu being behind?
I mean, this is just So damn unlikely. Pull just for that first tap. Paddy's got so many obstacles to navigate, and of course he doesn't expect it.
They didn't clear nobody in B Link, but Nats has found this walk up over towards B.
So damn deep here.
There is a vice wall, of course, so he can't full commit to it, but he knows where Chishu is now. And that is...
Yeah. Chishu giving the plot away here, and it's just a call for the 3-2-1 swing out from the players to the wall triggered. That's an attempt of a timing by Kiko. He's going to make a go of it. Still, he's trapped, tight to the corner once more, and EDG barely removing this guy, but still finding the value, and as the wall fades away, Nats ensures that nobody's going to be fading to black. Kang barely there. Flash backs himself out.
They have to go back and get the spike at
They
this
do.
point still.
It's miles away.
And look at where Patty is. I mean, Patty and Nats could not be more disconnected from each other. And Kang looking great here on this pistol round.
It's a lovely one.
Determined to have EDG run away with a 2-0 to start at Bangkok. They have read that Nats is rotating, and I don't think it's a bad read. Because otherwise he abandoned Paddy Tech, and that is what happened, but they had to go and get the spike. EDG are not reading into the fact that Team Liquid just left the spike in the shops.
It does leave Nats an open plant, an open site here. EDG look to play this one together. Simon has Haunt as well, so it's good util to clear out potential corners, and as long as you play together with that discipline and trade each other out, in theory, should go well, but you are up against Nats himself, and this guy, he's a menace.
It looks like it's planted for back halls. When do they decide to use the Haunt?
Beautiful, but timinged. Simon sticking, diffuse, potential half, and it's not quite planted for him, so the stick all the way through into the end. And it's Simon who saves the day for him. Nats, consolation prize with the kills at the end. Danger in the hands of these Team Liquid players, but he's immediately just taking out Paddy. Up over towards A main, moving a potential position to play in. Rejoining and regrouping with the rest of his team. EDG have got that pack mentality now, looking to clear the way out through mid. Nobody's alone, essentially, taking this fight. I mean, they all are, man.
This is the spike just dropped in the middle of mid.
Doing?
Team Liquid have got a decent read on the fact that B is being played for retake. They should have that info. They've seen it on the pistol. They've seen it kind of by dying at double doors and dying in art. And yet, not really respecting EDG's ability to fight in mid.
No.
The Liquid players have talked before about having a feel for the game. And when they feel like they've got the rhythm of what's going on, they get the timings, they feel good, they feel confident, they're playing together. Here, this round was an example of the exact opposite.
Yeah, they're not quite hearing the drums, are they?
Nats is going to give it a go, but there's 15 seconds. It's not even possible to get the spike out.
Exactly.
But, I mean, Nats has got a free gun, so you might as well.
Look a bit flashy into the tail end of the round.
His own slow betraying him there, though, from the Tour de Force, and it's looking like a bit of a limp end to this.
Nobody?
Oh, that's
you pull that
brutal.
one from? The boulder might just be crushing you. Kang sees it. It's a dimensional drift though, so okay, Kama's going to be safe here. Spotting out two of the players, including the operator. Kang's backing out. Chichu, he was dropped, so that means their setup on B does go down. Team Liquid have cracked this one open. Can't give up too many easy kills. Kang with the operator. Going to be difficulty in that. Hunter's Fury, Simon just predicts incorrectly. Sidesteps into the wrong direction. Smoggy. It's going to be fading away here. It's a stun with good connection at that. It's going to be onto the second player, but pulls it back in a round. It's going to be the TP to evacuate. Salvo's in through, into back calls. No one able to capitalize just from the player's position. So Team Liquid get the round win and still are alive in this series.
Yorowell ended up being super important there for them to crack into this in the first place.
An adjustment. Reactions off the charts from Kang.
Oh, that's gross. And they've triple pushed out main as well. So Kiko is alone in mid. Does he get cleared? Does he get pinched?
Here comes the slow squeeze. And he's not aware of that. Snaps to the back of the head. That's execution star from nobody.
And this looks like a sad end for Liquid.
Steel Garden for Steel Garden. See the shorties in play. Armageddon at least. Trying to buy some space. Oh my God, Paddy, what the hell are you playing at? Pushing right into the fray, right into the enemy's face. There's two left to stand here. Kamek try and carve out some space alongside Camo, and they've done just that with a couple of kills of their own, but it's just one left to stand. 1v2 Nightfall, no more sound cues, pure reactions. Just the aim in your eyes that you can lean on and try and rely on. Earns himself the 1 to the 1v1, but Swoggy saves the day, and EDG shut it down before it just gets away. 13-6, 2-0 finish. What an opening here to Masters Bangkok.